What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and today I'll be bringing you a review on Weak by Perseus Arkomanis. And I apologize if I butchered your last name. He is a Greek magician, and the trick that he came up with, if you're familiar with the strongman trick, where you take a strong man and they cannot lift an object because you take their power away, and then you let them know that their power is back, and then they are able to lift it. This is very similar. So what you do is you take a card, you tear it in half, then you hand them half of the card, and they cannot tear it. No matter how strong they are or how hard they try, they just cannot tear it because you've taken away their power. And then once you give them their power back, you hand them the other half of the card, they tear it, and then you give them back the original piece that they were trying to tear. And did a pirouette, and they can tear it now. So it's called weak because you basically take away their strength. And if you're not familiar with the trick, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description where you can watch it on Ellusionist's website, where he takes a really big guy and the guy cannot tear it in half. So as usual with the reviews, what I'm going to start with is what I do not like about the trick. And really it's the overall setup. So you do have to make your own gimmick. He gives you very detailed instructions on how to do that. It just requires a lot of skill with card manipulation. So if you are not very skilled with making your own gimmicks, then this may be a very challenging one for you. But he does give detailed instructions on how to make the gimmick, how to set it up. So that's the other thing, is the setup is going to require a lot of time and patience. And you're just going to have to dedicate yourself to making. I would basically make either half a deck or a whole deck of these gimmicks to keep with you so that you could do this trick. And you'll also need to basically mark the card somehow. I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want to give it away, but you'll have to figure out a way to mark the cards, because even during his instruction, he can't remember what part of the card is gimmick, and he has to try and figure it out. So that's something to look out for. What I do like about the trick is that if you pull it off, if it's done correctly, then it's a pretty incredible effect, because you can take the strongest person that you know, the strongest guy in the room, the strongest woman you've ever met, and have them try to tear the card, and they cannot do it. And then once you give their power back, they're able to do it on command. So it's a pretty mind-blowing effect. One other negative that I'm thinking of is during the video, even when he's doing the instruction, the gimmick kind of falls apart. So you have to be very careful after you've made the gimmick to ensure that it's not going to do that when they're trying to tear it. Otherwise, it's going to give away the trick. So you want to make sure that you take your time, follow his instructions, and do it exactly as he says to make sure that the gimmick does not fall apart during the trick, because that's kind of the worst thing that can happen to you, right? So yeah, as far as the positives though, like I said, when you watch the trailer, you'll see it. The guy is a pretty large guy, and he cannot tear it. And then, it's this level of shock that comes over him once he is able to tear the card. So you would get the same response, and you could do this anywhere. I mean, just walking around at the mall, or he does it in a bar, or if you're, working a party, wherever you're doing your magic, this is a solid trick to pull out, and it'll just completely floor people. And, just help them believe in magic again, because that's kind of the point. That's why we do it, right? So overall, I think it's worth the download. Again, if you're not good with making your own gimmicks, then this one may be difficult for you, but you could always purchase the trick and then see if it works out for you. For me, I have not been able to make this one yet, but I am still at it. I mean, I've only been trying it for about a day here, and there's a lot of materials involved. So just know that it's going to take some level of effort to make it, but it's totally worth it once you have made it. So I'll leave a link in the description where you can purchase this trick and also see the trailer. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Again, this has been a review of Weak by Perseus Arkomanis. All right, see ya. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right, see ya.